Picture this. You're right in the thick of your workday. Got a super important meeting across town, and boom, your bike gets a flat tire.
Oh, no.
Right? No time to walk. Buses are jammed and you're starting to freak out.
Yeah, I can see that.
What if, poof, a mechanic just like magically appears and fixes it right
Yeah.
there on the spot?
That would be amazing.
That is the magic of the mobile bike repair business. And that's exactly what we're diving into today.
Yeah, cool.
It's like the perfect solution for our cities that are just getting busier and busier with more and more people loving to ride bikes. We've got a whole bunch of articles, market research, and even some stories from people who've actually done this to really understand how this whole business model works.
Awesome.
You might even be inspired to give it a shot yourself.
It's a pretty cool business, I think.
Yeah.
It's not just some random trend either. We're seeing a bunch of things happening all at once that make this like a golden opportunity.
Okay.
The global bicycle market, get ready for this. It's on track to hit like a massive $100 billion by 2028.
Wow.
That's a lot of bikes
Yeah.
that need some loving care. And a mobile service gets right into that market
Yeah.
in a way that's super convenient for people.
Okay, $100 billion. That's a huge number, but is that really turning into people wanting repairs on the go?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it.
Mm.
Who wouldn't want their bike fixed right where they are?
Right.
Whether it's outside their work, their apartment, or even like stuck on their favorite bike path.
That's true.
This is a business that really gets that people's time is precious.
Yeah.
Plus, the money you need to start is way lower than setting up a traditional bike shop.
Okay, so let's say someone's pretty handy with a wrench, and they're kind of dreaming of being their own boss. What's the first step to get this whole thing rolling?
First things first, you got to have a solid plan.
Okay.
This isn't just about grabbing your tools and hitting the streets. Who are you going after?
Right.
Are you focusing on the busy commuters zipping around the city?
Uh-huh.
Families with kids' bikes, always needing a tune-up?
Yeah.
Or maybe you want to specialize in fixing those fancy e-bikes.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Figuring that out will help you decide what services you'll offer, your pricing, and even what kind of vehicle you need.
Speaking of vehicles, that's something I've been wondering about.
Yeah.
We've all seen those cooled cargo bikes
Yeah.
with all the tools all organized. But wouldn't a van give you way more space
Right.
and keep you dry when it rains?
That's the big decision.
Yeah.
A van is like having a whole workshop on wheels.
Yeah.
Great for tougher repairs or carrying a bigger stock of parts.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But you're right. In a city that's packed, a cargo bike
Mm-hmm.
or even a scooter with a trailer lets you zip through traffic park easily and get to your customers faster.
Oh, I see.
Plus, it shows you care about the environment, which can be a big plus for some people.
True. Okay, so we've figured out our customers. We've got our ride picked out. What about the money? How do you actually price these mobile services so they're competitive?
Research is key here. Check out what other mobile repair services in your area are charging. That'll give you a starting point.
Okay.
Then you can think about different pricing levels
Yeah.
based on how tough the repair is. Maybe a basic tune-up is between 50 to 70 bucks. Fixing a flat tire is around 20 to 30,
Right.
and a full overhaul, which takes way more work.
Yeah.
Could be anywhere from 150 to 200.
Okay.
You could even charge a little extra for specialized stuff like e-bike repairs or working on vintage bikes to really tap into those niche markets.
Now, those are numbers I like to hear. It's starting to feel like a real business coming together. But even with good prices, how do you make sure people actually know you exist? We've got to spread the word.
Right. You got it. Hey, marketing is how you get those wheels turning.
Okay.
We've got some really interesting strategies to talk about, from social media campaigns to some local partnerships you might not expect.
Okay, I'm all ears. Let's dive into that marketing magic and see how we turn this mobile bike repair dream into a real business.
All right, first up, we got to think about the online world. These days, if you're not online, you're practically invisible.
Yeah, that's true.
And a big part of that is something called local SEO.
SEO, that sounds kind of technical.
It can be. But think of it this way. When someone's got a flat tire
Mm-hmm.
and they grab their phone to search for bike repair near me,
Yeah.
local SEO is what makes sure your business pops up at the top of those results.
No, I see.
It's about making your website and online stuff work. So you're the go-to solution in your area.
So it's about being the hero that shows up when those near me searches happen.
Exactly.
I like it.
Now, along with that, social media is going to be your best friend.
Mm.
Places like Instagram, Facebook, even TikTok
Okay.
can be super powerful to reach new customers. And visual stuff is king. Think before and after pictures of the awesome bike makeovers you'll be doing.
I can already see those before and afters, a rusty old bike brought back to life.
Right.
It's like one of those makeover shows, but for bikes.
Exactly. People love those kinds of visuals. And don't just focus on selling.
Oh.
Share some useful stuff too, like cycling tips,
Hmm.
maintenance advice, maybe even some fun facts about bikes. You want to be seen as a helpful expert who's passionate about keeping people riding.
I love that, building a whole community around your business. But we can't just stay online all day, right? What about some real-world marketing ideas?
Absolutely. Partnering up with local businesses can open up a lot of opportunities. Think about teaming up with bike shops.
Okay.
They might have too many repairs and need some help, or have customers looking for mobile service.
That makes sense.
Coffee shops are awesome for hosting pop-up repair clinics.
How cool.
You could even partner with delivery services that use bikes. They always need maintenance for their whole fleet. The possibilities are endless.
Hold on, a pop-up repair clinic at a coffee shop.
Yeah.
I'm picturing it. People sipping their lattes, watching you work your magic. Maybe even grabbing a business card for their next tune-up.
Right?
That's brilliant.
It's all about getting noticed, creating some buzz,
Mhm.
and making those face-to-face connections.
Hmm.
Another good way is going to local events, like cycling festivals or community fairs.
Okay.
Offer quick repairs, hand out flyers,
Yeah.
chat with people about their bikes. It's all about building relationships and
Yeah.
showing off what.
I love that. Being out in the community, talking to people, showing them how much you love bikes.
Yeah.
It feels way more personal and real than just putting ads online.
And don't forget about giving people a little something extra.
Okay.
Think about discounts and loyalty programs to get new customers and keep them coming back.
Like what?
Maybe 10% off your first repair,
Uh,
or a free tune-up after 5 paid services.
Smart, rewarding loyal customers and getting people talking about you. It's all coming together nicely. But before we get too carried away with this dream of a booming business, let's talk about the potential problems that come with doing this mobile thing.
Good point. It's not always easy. There are definitely some bumps in the road we need to be ready for, and we'll get into those right after this.
Okay, so we've got our marketing plan all set, our social media is looking good, and we're ready to hit the streets.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the big thing that everyone's thinking about. The potential problems. The roadblocks that might come with running a mobile bike repair business.
Yeah, you're right. One of the biggest challenges, especially in a busy city, is traffic.
Oh, yeah.
Getting from one appointment to the next,
Uh-huh.
finding parking, especially when you're carrying a ton of tools and parts,
Right.
could be a real pain.
I'm just imagining myself stuck in rush hour. My cargo bike loaded up with wrenches and inner tubes. While my next customer is texting me every 5 minutes, like, where are you?
I can see that happening.
Yeah, good look.
That's why choosing the right vehicle
Hmm.
and planning your routes is so important.
Okay.
In some cities, a cargo bike or even a scooter might actually be better than a van.
Right.
They can squeeze through traffic,
Hmm.
and they're way easier to park in those tiny city spots.
So it's all about being smart and maybe getting a little creative with how you get around.
Exactly.
Maybe even investing in a good GPS to help you avoid those traffic nightmares.
Definitely. And along with traffic, you got to think about the weather.
Right.
Rain, snow, extreme heat. All that can make it tough to work quickly and safely.
Yeah. I hadn't really thought about that. Fixing a flat tire in the pouring rain
Yeah.
doesn't sound nearly as fun as that coffee shop pop-up we were talking about.
Right. You're going to have to think about the weather when you're scheduling.
Okay.
Let your customers know if there might be delays,
Right.
and maybe even get some weatherproof gear for you and your tools.
So rain or shine, we're out there keeping those bikes rolling.
Exactly.
But what about all the parts? You can't carry every single part and tool with you on every call, can you?
That's true. Space is definitely limited when you're mobile.
Yeah.
You'll need to focus on stocking the most common things,
Okay.
like inner tubes, chains, brake pads, the stuff you use all the time for those everyday repairs.
I can see how that could be a problem.
Mhm.
Running out of inner tubes in the middle of a busy day
Yeah, that would be bad.
would not be good.
That's where those local partnerships we talked about come in.
Oh, yeah.
Having a good relationship with a nearby bike shop or supplier can really save you. They can help you restock quickly when you need something specific.
It's like having your own pit crew standing by to get you back in the race.
Exactly. But even beyond those logistical things, there's the people part too.
Right.
Dealing with customers, managing expectations, handling those tricky situations.
Yeah. Dealing with people can be the hardest part sometimes.
Absolutely. You're going to meet all kinds of people out there.
Right.
Some customers will be experienced cyclists who know exactly what they need.
Yeah.
Others might have no clue about their bikes.
I can see that.
You might run into people who are stressed, impatient, or even upset.
So I guess patience and good communication skills are going to be super important.
Definitely.
Being able to explain repairs in a way that anyone can understand,
Mhm.
managing expectations, and maybe even teaching them a little bit about their bikes along the way.
Exactly. And never underestimate the power of just being friendly and positive.
Right.
Going that extra mile
Right.
to make a customer happy.
Yeah.
Even if it means spending a few extra minutes talking to them about their bike.
Yeah.
Or giving them a helpful tip
Right.
can really help build loyalty.
It's about making that personal connection, building trust,
Right.
and showing that you're not just some random mechanic, but someone who really cares about bikes and the people who ride them.
Exactly. Speaking of caring, let's shift gears for a minute and talk about the bigger impact this kind of business can have on a city.
Okay, yeah. You mentioned something before about sustainability and being a change maker in the city. What did you mean by that?
Well, think about this. Every time you help someone get back on their bike, you're potentially taking a car off the road.
Well, that's a good point.
That means less traffic, cleaner air,
Yeah,
a healthier environment for everyone.
it's like this ripple effect of positive change.
And
Each bike you repair helps create a greener, more sustainable city.
by making bike repair easier and more convenient,
Uh-huh.
you're encouraging more people to choose cycling instead of driving,
Right?
which means we rely on cars even less.
So we're not just fixing bikes, we're helping to change how people get around, promoting a healthier lifestyle, and contributing to a better future. That's pretty cool.
It is. And there's even more to explore when it comes to the money side of this business.
Oh,
Can you actually make a good living doing this?
yeah. That's the question.
That's what everyone wants to know.
Yeah.
And we'll get into that right after we talk about something else.
Okay, so let's get down to the real question here.
Yeah.
Can we actually make a living doing this?
Right.
Like, saving the planet is awesome and all, but those bills still got to get paid.
That's the question everyone's asking. And
Oh.
the good news is, yes, you totally can make a decent living with a mobile bike repair business. Remember those prices we talked about?
Yeah.
Let's just do some quick math here.
Okay.
If you do like 50 basic tune-ups a month at around $60 each,
Okay.
you're already looking at $3,000.
So we're already at $3,000 a month, and we haven't even thought about the bigger repairs.
Right, like those full overhauls.
Exactly.
Let's say you do 10 full overhauls, averaging 150 each.
Right.
That's another 1,500. And don't forget those emergency calls. Even if you just do 15 a month at $30 a pop,
Okay.
that brings your monthly total to $5,700.
Wow, $5,700 a month. And remember, this is all without the costs of a regular shop.
Exactly. The earning potential is definitely there. And it gets even better when you think about growing your business.
Huh.
As you get busier, you could hire more mechanics, expand where you offer service, maybe even focus on something in high demand, like e-bike repair. There's no limit.
Okay, I gotta admit, this is starting to sound pretty good.
Yeah,
I'm already picturing myself on my tricked out cargo bike, zipping around the city, fixing flats, and making a good living.
love that energy. But before you quit your job and buy that fancy bike,
Yeah, okay.
let's go through what we've learned today.
Sounds good. What are the main things aspiring mobile bike repair entrepreneurs should take away?
First off, the mobile bike repair business is booming. It's all thanks to more people cycling in cities.
Right.
And the need for convenient on-demand services.
Right.
The low cost to start and the potential to earn a lot make it a really attractive business.
Yeah.
Especially for people who are passionate about bikes.
We also learned that it's not just about grabbing your tools and hitting the road. You need a good plan.
Right.
From figuring out who your customers are, to choosing the right vehicle, and setting competitive prices.
And of course, we can't forget about marketing. We talked about a bunch of strategies, from using social media and making sure people can find you online, to teaming up with local businesses and going to community events.
We also talked about the challenges you might face, like dealing with traffic, crazy weather, managing your inventory, and being good at customer service. But we also learned that there are ways to handle all of those things.
Exactly.
And finally, we did the math and realized that you can definitely make a good living from this business. But it's not just about the money.
Right.
It's about offering a valuable service, helping the environment, and making your city a better place.
So it's not just about fixing bikes. It's about fixing how we think about getting around in cities and making things healthier and more sustainable.
Well said. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of mobile bike repair. Until next time, happy cycling.